Hello, welcome back to ALW Collectibles. Here we are, the man, the myth, He-Man, Masters of the Universe, Origin Series. And this is a really nice looking figure. I am a He-Man fan. I thought this was a really nice update to the figure. This figure is released in 2020 in Wave 1. Several waves. I didn't know about a lot of this until recently. And this is the complete He-Man set for the Origin Series. You get the Battle Axe, his shield, and the Sword of Power. Which, with these swords, I'm a little iffy about, but we'll get into that in a minute. And you get his Eternia harness, which is his standard chest protection. Really cool. 16 points of articulation. Let's jump in and take a look at this guy. Let's unarmor him right now. Of course, the Stranger Things crossover was based on this figure. This is the original color tone. And shockingly, I don't know how, not to jinx myself, he's actually standing up without a stand. The other one I couldn't balance to save my life. I tried for over an hour to get him to balance. I'm not knocking him. I'm afraid to move his legs for a review, but I will. So let's take a look. You got the blonde hair. Yellow blonde. You got the smiling mouth and we're like, gritting. The muscular build with the harness over it with the red cross in the middle. Gray and then orange. Or orange red, I should say. Yellow. Brown for his loincloth. Yellow gauntlets, yellow fur, and then brown. And the texturing on this is really nice. I will give it that. The loincloth has like a fur texturing to it. See, to me, he revokes the comic book origins in which He-Man was a barbarian. He was not Prince Adam. That was a cartoon adaptation. In the original comics, the originals, he was just a barbarian. So, really cool. Tidbit of information for people who don't know that or are brand new to the He-Man universe. So you do get the shield. This is just like the Stranger Things crossover one I reviewed, except it doesn't have the Hellfire Club symbol on it. This is just a standard shield. Cast in gray with that red-orange. You get the Battle Axe, which is the exact same one. Just done in gray and not silver. And then you get one half of the Sword of Power. This, of course, will plug in with Skeletor's sword and make a full sword. Prince Adam, I'm going to steal your sword from it, which is very thick when it's built, but very thin when it's not. So I wish they all came with this sword. I was never a fan of even the original toy had this, where you had to get half a sword. So you had to get He-Man and Skeletor. One sword to be gray, one sword to be purple, and they'd mix together. I was never a fan of that. And this is just for the hand guard to help it clip onto his hand. Interesting. Articulation all the way around. Yep. And up and down, so he does a full exorcist. And here's another one. Shoulder just popped right out of socket. They're weird the way they're designed, though. They're not straight in. They're at an angle. So he can only go up and around. There we go. Now it's doing it. All the way around. Up to that point and down. Up. Bends the elbow. Hand. In and out. That's really disturbing how those shoulders pop out. Waist. And he suffers from the same He-Man issue. Just the way this is designed, there's very little movement on the leg. Knee, very decent knee bend. And it will go all the way around. top of the boot, and ankle tiltage. This ankle will go everywhere. So overall, really cool. You can give him the sword. That's why you have that piece on it, so that he can hold half a sword. Let's see if I can get him to stand back up. This works, I'm going to be amazed. I'm actually astounded. To be completely honest, I'm astounded that that works. And to store the sword is actually really easy. It's a spot right in the back. It just slides right in. His shield is designed for one hand. Fingers go through here. And this clips right behind the gauntlet. And his axe goes in this hand. So, rather interesting today. We learned that he does suffer from the same issues as the other He-Man. His shoulders will pop out. See, that one didn't give me any problem. So this has been Masters of the Universe Origins He-Man from 2020 from Wave 1. And I must say, I was very ecstatic to get this because, like I said, I'm a He-Man fan. Have been since I was a little kid. I had the original, and I noticed recently Target has a 2-pack, and they look to be based on the original toys with the same molding. So I'm going to probably be picking those up soon, and I want to see what they look like before I do a review on those. But I wanted to do this because I think this is an awesome looking figure, cool looking set, very interesting. More He-Man videos on your way. You got RoboCop coming up. I still have Halloween ones that will be dropping for Halloween. A lot more coming down on the channel soon. This has been ALW Collectibles. If you like what you see, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. I want to thank you, every person who's left comments. I will catch you on the next video. Hope you're having a good day.